Welcome everyone to the Mobile Kitchen Shell or MKS Network. My name is Charles Daugherty and I'm your host and owner of Fern Dynamics as well as the inventor of the MKS Mobile Kitchen Shell. Now, as most of you know, on September the 1st, we were excited to introduce the MKS unit to the world, and boy did we get a response. Most of it great and a lot of it encouraging, but others, however, had questions and really wanted to know, what is this all about? So understanding that, we knew that we needed to put out a series of videos and podcasts for educational purposes because it is time to really reveal what is going on, analyze what is going wrong in the industry, and to understand together what will happen if we don't embrace proper change. For this video in our series, we are going to discuss cargo trailers and why a cargo trailer is the wrong platform to use for a concession trailer or mobile kitchen. First and foremost, I would like to say that there is nothing wrong with a well-built cargo trailer. Being members of NATM, or the National Association of Trailer Manufacturers, we have a lot of good friends in this industry who build amazing trailers. So I will say it again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a well-built cargo trailer. That is, as long as it is used for its intended purpose. Now I know some of you are asking, what is the purpose of a cargo trailer? Well, quite simply, they are designed to carry cargo on the floor of the trailer with the walls and roof built as minimally as possible. The purpose of which is to keep the cargo out of the weather and out of sight. They do not overbuild the walls or ceiling because the weight of that structure will affect the loading capacity of the trailer. So it is the perfect platform for, say, a landscape company to carry materials and hand tools. It works perfectly for many other types of businesses who transport materials that can be strapped to the floor and need to stay dry. That is its purpose. Seriously, let's think about it. You wouldn't load your expensive Corvette onto a dump trailer, nor would you load gravel or dirt onto a flatbed trailer and drive it around town and expect anything to be left. There are different base platforms designed for their intended end use, and a cargo trailer is no different. Let's also remember that a mobile kitchen is loaded to around 75 or 80% of their maximum weight 100% of the time. This type of loading requires a much more robust chassis design than a cargo trailer can offer. That is why the MKS is so groundbreaking, because we now have a base platform purposefully designed for its end use, which is a commercial mobile kitchen. Let me back up just a little bit. When Fern Dynamics first started in this industry, we did what everyone else was and is still doing. We purchased a mass-produced cargo trailer to use as the base for a retrofitted kitchen. Now, even though it was a high-quality unit, we quickly realized that it was not good enough, as we had to modify the chassis and frame to make it safe and functional. It was evident from the start that we had to build our own chassis and frames, since our mission has always been to build the best and safest mobile kitchens on the market. Believe me, we dug in deep, researching all of the things that could affect the product that we were putting out. You see, this is not just a trailer where you open the door and roll things in and out. These are commercial kitchens that are being used to serve food to the public. You have employees that you interact with every day. These trailers don't just have a wiring harness for brakes and the DOT lights. They must have all of the systems that a brick and mortar does, including 240 volt or 120 volt electrical systems, LP gas systems, plumbing systems, exhaust and air handling systems, and even fire suppression systems. Our research didn't stop at local and state codes either. It led us to all of the national code books as well. And there aren't just a few, but rather hundreds and hundreds of them that apply to commercial kitchens. We will be discussing these codes a little bit more in one of our next videos. But for now, just know that there are national codes governing these systems, and they have been developed for a reason. It's called life safety. Just to sidetrack for a minute, people need to understand that there are thousands of trailers on the road that aren't even DOT compliant. And when it comes to a mobile kitchen, Simply being DOT compliant is the easiest part to get right. So when a company doesn't even bother to follow the DOT rules because it will cost them a little extra time and money, you have to wonder what else they're cutting out on a full kitchen build. We will be discussing that in more detail in a future video for certain. We also see companies selling trailers that aren't even registered with the Secretary of State. They will register and then allow their registration to lapse, giving them an out for any warranty issues. Or they will simply close and reopen under a different name a month or two later in the same building with the same staff. Unfortunately, there are many bad players in this industry. It's no wonder there are so many accidents. So buyers need to beware. To put it into perspective, according to the National Highway and Traffic Safety Administration, or NHTSA for short, there are roughly 30,000 accidents that happen every single year involving light to medium duty trailers. So back to the cargo trailers being used as the base. It is easy to see and understand why a cargo trailer base is simply not designed to accommodate the types of systems that are required in a commercial mobile kitchen, especially if you want it built to code. To get more specific about loading, cargo trailers are designed for the load to be placed on the floor, just forward of the midpoint of a tandem axle unit. With a mobile kitchen, the load is spread all around the unit itself, front to back, left to right, on the floor and attached to the walls and ceilings as well as the roof. And if this weight distribution is done improperly, it will create a very unsafe trailer to pull. Overloading the back or front of the trailer is also really dangerous. You've all seen the videos of RVs and boats getting squirrely and flipping over. Well, unfortunately, that happens with improperly built concession trailers too. We've literally seen hundreds of pictures of concession trailers with all the equipment on one side with no counterweight on the other. Or something just as special, they fabricate platforms and cages on the back of the trailer for the generator or propane tanks. Doing this will not only void a warranty, but will change the trailering dynamics of the trailer itself. The axles are placed where they are for a reason. Excessively extending the tongue or adding platforms on the back will change that dynamic and absolutely not for the better. So when you take that knowledge and add to it the fact that the walls and roof were never designed for the installation and support of heavy equipment, and certainly not for a grown man to walk on the roof and service that equipment, it is easy to understand why a cargo trailer is the wrong base platform for a mobile kitchen. So now let's talk a little bit about the concept of ground up construction. When Fern Dynamics started building our own frames, our quote ground up construction became one of the big selling points. Within that first year, a handful of other companies began building their own chassis and frames. However, they are still building them to a cargo trailer standard and overall design. We know this because there are pictures of them all over the internet. Now, certainly some are better than others, but none of them have any of our patent-pending components that make code compliance for the electrical and gas systems possible. So even if they are robust in construction, they are still the wrong platform to use because they can't be code compliant. That is why we are so excited about our product, the Mobile Kitchen Shell. Now, it took many years of design, research, and redesigning with improvements every step of the way to truly bring you something unique and groundbreaking, as it is the only one of its kind, and we are excited to introduce it out into the marketplace. If you'd like more information or want to buy one of our MKS units, simply reach out to us with the following contact information. If you are a trailer dealership or are a builder and upfitter and would like access to our MKS units, don't hesitate to reach out. We are ready to work with you. Be sure to join us for our next video, and we will see all of you soon.